Yes. So I'm Eric LaCoppola, President of Environment One Corporation. So I'm in charge of E1 in the manufacturing in America and global sales. E1 currently is in over 42 countries. I've been with the company, this is my 20th year. Joined as an engineer and kind of worked my way through the organization, through the sales team, and now leading the entire company on a global basis.
So I have understood that SKT and E1 have had a long and successful relationship. So for how long have SKT and E1 worked together?
Oh, it's been a very long relationship. SKT and E1 have worked since 1975, so about 45 years going on. Very strong, we've grown up together. Our company was born in 1969, so we're coming up on 50 years in business, and almost all those years with SKT partnership. And SKT started small, E1 started small, and we've both grown together. It is really like a family relationship.
So how do you think the cooperation will develop in the future between SKT and E1?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Initially, SKT only worked in Sweden. So over the last few decades, we've seen that relationship grow into the other Nordics. We've got Denmark, Finland, Norway on board, and we started working together in the last 2 years in Poland. Yeah. So E1 sees SKT as a strong ally and a good partner to grow through other parts of Europe. And we're excited to see some of the initial early results in Poland and some of Eastern Europe. So I see that really growing in the next few years.
Can you explain why a pressure sewer system is both economical and effective method in so-called difficult areas?
Pressure sewers is economical and environmentally beneficial for a number of reasons. First and foremost, at the start of our technology almost 50 years ago, it was merely an alternative to gravity. And the evolution in the last 50 years has swung to pressure sewer being an appropriate solution. So when a municipality is looking at replacing septic tanks or putting new sewer systems, we can sewer with an LPS system. We can sewer at sometimes half the cost of gravity, and we can do it quicker. We can put in a matter of months a whole system versus many years for gravity. We can also be a lot less disruptive to the environment. We do not require deep dig for a gravity system. We're very shallow and we follow the contour of the land. So as a result, we can pump uphill. It's less costly in rocky areas, and in areas where there's a high water table, gravity is cost prohibitive because you have to get the water out before you can put the pipe in. We can put our pipe in a high water situation very easily. So we then we become not an alternative, but really the appropriate solution for cost and environmental, or economical and environmental reasons.
So you think that the trend will continue with pressure sewer system?
E1 certainly thinks that, and we're seeing the numbers as well. Globally, it's more accepted today than it has ever been, and we still have a lot of work to do, and it only will grow for sure.
So E1 has a very strong position in America and Australia, and SKT is a strong partner in the Nordics. What's your opinion about how the market differs?
So the markets, you mentioned 3 or so major markets: the Nordics, Americas, Australia, New Zealand. I would say Australia, New Zealand, and the Nordics are very similar in technology adoption. Very open to technology. America, we're a little bit more conservative. So while we may have more LPS systems in America, I think the technology of those systems is very much more basic in America. whereas you've in the Nordics and Australia, they're early adopters. So we're seeing some unbelievable technologies coming out of Australia, and that's some of the one-box solutions and some of the new two-way communications that, that's not necessarily a product that we'd see in America adopted wide scale. It's going to take us, a couple of years to adopt that technology. I would say in the Nordics, you're very much open to that, more so than the Americans. So we may have more units in America, but they're more of a simpler technology. We're less of technology adopters.
Innovation-wise?
At the market and where we're at, our innovations over the last couple of years and where we see the next few years, reliability of the pump is utmost critical for Environment One's success, and that's what's made us the leader in the market today. So we don't necessarily need to change the pump too much. What we see in the market, a lot of customers are asking more for monitoring and remote monitoring. So we're using a lot of cellular technologies. So the homeowner doesn't know there's an issue. The municipality or the service agent, like an SKT, gets an alarm over a cellular modem. And we see the market driving more and asking more for that. So our products will continue to evolve. We also see the application of smart technologies coming to pressure sewers, and we launched the One Box in America and with SKT about a year ago. One Box is the basis for the Mornington Peninsula job outside of Melbourne, Australia, and that's the first job where there's really two-way full communication of a pressure sewer system. So what the utility is able to do by designing for a specific flow in the system, they can minimize a lot of traditionally oversized and more expensive assets like a treatment plant and pump station, major pump stations. So they've been able to save literally a couple $100 million on a $500 million project by use of smart controls on the pressure sewer system. So they can dictate how much flow is coming out of the pressure sewer system in a defined basis by controlling each station to pump now, pump later, and be smart about that. So it's the first technology we've seen that can affect downstream assets using pressure sewers.
Okay, thank you.